You know, Vortex, I have always been a luddite my entire life. I was satisfied with whatever measly amount of technology that we had, and we didn't need to push it any further. People get used to things, and then they don't understand how or why anybody would want to live without those things. But I know that I'm, you know, somewhat of a hypocrite because I'm driving a motor vehicle and I'm using a video camera. Got a video camera in my hand right the fuck now, as we speak. I have that. So I got a camera in one hand, steering wheel in the other, my foot on the gas pedal. I have a flip phone, that's right, a flip phone in my backpack right now. I have air conditioning in my house, not in this car, that's why I sweat balls. What else? What else do I do that points out my hypocrisy? Before you even have the opportunity to point it out, I'm gonna point it out for you. I use batteries. I play keyboard, a battery-operated keyboard. I listen to music with a battery-operated CD player. I use electricity. I have a laptop. That's probably the most hypocritical thing that I do, is have a laptop and YouTube and Rumble and what else? What other pieces of technology do I use? I rely on water services from the state. I flush a toilet. I take a shower. What else? I brew coffee. Have to do that. I would die. I would die if I couldn't do that. We'll see what happens in the future, right? We'll see if that's true. But you know, it's like all these little things, we don't even think about it. We take them for granted because we're just so accustomed to them being here. And that's so stupid. I mean, I don't know if it's stupid, it's just the wrong way to look at things. You know, maybe the Amish don't want to have anything to do with technology, not just because they think it makes people lack appreciation, but you know, I mean, it makes people dumb, it makes people dull, it makes people not know how to take care of themselves. And the less they know how to take care of themselves, it's like, think about it like this. If you can't even rely on yourself to make a sandwich, like say you go to the store and you buy some peanut butter and jelly and a loaf of bread, and you have cutlery at the house, but you can't even make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, even though you have all the tools to do that, but you still won't. You'll just go through a drive-thru and get a sandwich that somebody else made for you instead. You know, it's just simple shit like that people just don't think about. Like, wow, this is really dumbing us down. You know, the fact that most bathrooms that you enter will have an operating system where you it's based off of a sensor, you know, just like they're doing in Singapore right now, or they've been doing it in Singapore, where like computers will pick up on sensors and act accordingly. But it's like, you see that in bathrooms already, you know, like with these toilets that flush themselves. But if you have a tiny ass like I do, it doesn't pick up at all. Like nothing registers. So I guess that's one way that you can jack the system, is just have a tiny ass. But just like, you know, soap dispensers and paper towel dispensers, shit like that. You know, you just stick your hand under the motherfucker and it dispenses it for you. I get that, you know, people use an overzealous amount of product. They always do that. But if the corporations think that they're resolving the problem by making it motion sensor activated or whatever the fuck you want to call that shit, they're dead wrong, because these gluttons will just keep sticking their hand under there. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's about conserving product. They can pretend that that's what it's about all day long, but we all know this is about dumbing down society and making society virtually incapable of taking care of themselves. They don't even trust that society can press a button or pull down a wad of toilet paper. You know, they don't even trust in us to do that. So I feel like what's going on right now is punishment for our lack of concern for the elite and the tech companies, whether they work for the media or they work for, you know, any kind of technology that makes us dumb. It's like our lack of concern for like what that means for humanity. I mean, I think that's precisely why all this stuff is going on. I think that God is pissed off that we have rested on our laurels for as long as we have. We've ignored the very things that make us human, you know? I think that the desire to better ourselves and the desire to improve our state of affairs, improve our mindset, you know, I feel like that's maybe that's something like instinctually that good people have. Good people that are of the Lord, you know, God's people. And yet, this nation in particular, Western civilization in general, is just breeding really bad people. Like, society is a fucking cesspool, and the reason for that is because we've accepted that. We say, yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna watch TV.